March 22, 1999. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. A woman was found running naked down Highway 51, screaming for help. Around her neck was a padlocked metal collar, and carved into her skin with a scalpel was a name and address. That address led police to David Coleman, an ordinary-looking mechanic, a helpful neighbor, a devoted father, but inside his RV, they found something that would haunt investigators forever. This is the confession room. Detective Sarah Mitchell had been awake for 36 hours when she sat down across from David Coleman. He looked like anyone's neighbor, balding, soft-spoken, wearing mechanic's coveralls, and he was smiling. "Detective," he said calmly, "do you believe in fate?" Mitchell slid a photograph across the metal table. "Cynthia Vigil, 22 years old. We found her 3 days ago wearing nothing but that collar. She had your name carved into her skin." Coleman barely blinked. "People do strange things for attention." "We have your RV, David. We found the soundproofing, the chains, the equipment. Inside that RV, crime scene investigators had discovered a nightmare, a modified medical chair with restraints, surgical tools laid out on metal trays, a homemade video camera mounted on a tripod, and on a shelf, 43 videotapes, each one labeled with a woman's first name and a date. Why was she bleeding? Why did she tell us there were others still alive?" For the first time, Coleman's smile widened. "Did she now?" Mitchell changed her approach. "Your neighbors described you as helpful, quiet. You fixed Mrs. Patterson's car for free last month. I like being useful. Your ex-wife said you were a devoted father." "I am a devoted father." "Then help me understand, David, because right now, I don't see the man your daughter thinks you are. I see a monster." Coleman's smile finally disappeared. His eyes went flat, cold. "Don't pretend you understand monsters, detective." On one of those videotapes, investigators would later find something chilling. Coleman's voice, recorded and played on a loop to his victims. "This is an orientation tape. If you're listening to this, you are now property. You have no name. You have no future. You exist only for my education and entertainment." Mitchell pulled out more photographs. 3 women, all missing. Jessica Raines, disappeared 1997. Her car was found 2 miles from your property. She slid another photo across. Sarah Nguyen, disappeared 1998, last seen at the truck stop where you work part-time. One more photograph. Marie Henderson, disappeared 6 months ago. Her sister said Marie mentioned meeting a nice mechanic who offered to check her transmission. Coleman studied the photographs like he was looking at art in a museum. "Lots of people disappear, detective. It's a big desert out there. The FBI is excavating your property right now. Ground-penetrating radar showed 12 anomalies, 12 places where the earth has been disturbed. For the first time, something flickered across Coleman's face. Not fear, excitement. "Only 12? Mitchell's phone vibrated. She stepped into the hallway. "Talk to me," she answered. On the other end, FBI agent Chen's voice was grim. "Mitchell, we found something. A storage container buried 8 feet down. It's sealed, temperature-controlled, has a ventilation system. And it's being maintained from the surface." Mitchell. "There are 3 more containers. Same setup. We need him to tell us where the controls are. If we breach wrong, the ventilation could fail." Mitchell looked through the one-way mirror at Coleman. He was humming to himself. "I'll get him to talk." When Mitchell returned to the interrogation room, everything had changed. "We found them, David. The containers. 4 of them." Coleman stopped humming. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me where the environmental controls are. You're going to tell me how to safely open those containers, and you're going to do it in the next 5 minutes. Or, when we breach them and those women die from ventilation failure, I will make sure every news outlet in America knows that David Coleman murdered them, not some fictional killer. You, with your name, your face, your daughter's name attached forever." Coleman's mask finally cracked. Raw rage flashed across his face, then he laughed. It was a horrible sound. "Coleman, ventilation control is in the RV," he said quietly. "False panel behind the driver's seat. Password is collected." Mitchell didn't blink. Mitchell. "And the women, how long have they been down there?" Coleman. "Long enough to forget their names, just like I promised." FBI agents rushed to the burial site. Cutting equipment sparked in the desert sun. The first container opened. An agent reached down, helped someone out. A woman, pale, disoriented. She saw the sky for the first time in months. She collapsed into the agent's arms, sobbing. One by one, they opened the other containers. 4 women. All alive. As Coleman was led away in handcuffs, he turned back one last time. "Detective, you asked if I believe in fate." Mitchell said nothing. "You should, because I collected 43, and you only found 4 alive. Do the math." That night, Mitchell sat alone in her car, staring at case files with shaking hands. A news headline on her phone read, "Desert Killer Caught, 4 Women Rescued Alive." But she knew the truth. David Coleman was sentenced to 224 years in prison. He died of a heart attack in 2002, taking the locations of his other victims to the grave. The 4 women they saved are still recovering. The others, they're still searching. This story was based on the true case of David Parker Ray, known as the Toy Box Killer. Between 1950 and 1999, he is suspected of kidnapping and torturing over 40 women near Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Only 3 victims were ever identified. The rest remain missing. If you or someone you know needs help, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Thanks for watching Whisper of Dark. If this story kept you up at night, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We explore the darkest mysteries and most terrifying true stories every week.